everyone. It is Wednesday, I tell you. I checked the 27th of October, the last Wednesday in October 2021. How are you this evening? Yes, you. I'm talking about you. What are you grateful for tonight? Tell me about your day. Hey, Kitty, how are you? How are you tonight? How are things in Illinois today? How are things in Illinois? Tell me about your day and what you all are grateful for. That is what I want to know. That is what I want to know. Good evening, Adele and Dazzle. Dazzle, it is treat time. Treat time, I tell you. Every day we have on this planet is a treat, people. That is where I'm going today. That is where I am going today. That is where I'm going. Tell me about your day. What is making you excited? What is making you excited today? We got new shopping carts today. We got new shopping carts that we ordered, and I got to tell you, I was really shocked at the excitement in the customers. I mean, we've had shopping carts for years and years and years, regular shopping carts, and we got new ones today, and people were so excited to have them. I'm just like, okay, I am glad they were coming off the truck. They did a video for social. I don't know where they posted it, Instagram or something, and it went wild. People were just like so excited watching these carts come off the truck, and then they came in. I'm like, people were filling them. People were filling them up. I'm like, okay, I like that. I like that. Storm tonight. But another great day of sales. Doing it in an email. Yeah, that marketing works. How about that? You call your customers to action, and they come. Just like we announced new shopping carts, and they wanted to come and be the first ones to use them. They wanted to be the first ones to use them. I haven't even seen them yet. I haven't been in the store, so I haven't seen them. But, let me rephrase that. I've seen them on camera. I have the security cameras up, and I could see, hey, it looks like our shopping carts arrived today. But that's a good thing, I like shoppers, and they're getting out there, so that is a good thing. So, but I am glad to have you all here tonight. I'm going to get started with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is how we start this program. Hey, Rose, how are you? Great to have you here. Our good morning tonight on page 54. Well, ain't that the truth? Good morning. Sometimes staying under the covers seems like the best option. I feel you. But come on, let's go see what's out there. Yes, let's see what's out there tonight. What do I got out here tonight? Our quote from, I forgot to print that. I had some other stuff tonight. I had a cover. I saved it. Hang on 1 second. Here, I got to print that. I know I've got something else. Like, where's my cheat sheet? Where's my cheat sheet? There it is. All right. Our quote from Simon tonight. If we manipulate people, they will give us exactly what we pay for. If we inspire people, they will give us more than we ask for. If we manipulate people, they will give us exactly what we pay for. If we inspire people, they will give us more than we ask for. What's going on tonight before I get into what I'm frustrated with? But we'll go there. We will go there tonight. 70% of women who confidently manage their confidently manage their household budget, according to Fidelity data, whereas just 19% make long-term investments with the same self-assurance. According to data, 70% of women confidently manage their household budget, but do not make long-term investments with the same self-assurance. College student enrollment. And this really isn't a surprise between the cost, between all the shakeup and everything. I'm actually surprised it's not a little higher. 6.5% drop in student enrollment nationwide over the past 2 years. Our friends at the National Retail Federation are predicting the highest holiday retail sales on record. The highest holiday retail sales on record. And they say sales during November and December will grow between 8.5% and 10.5% over 2020. The numbers, which exclude automobiles, gasoline stations, and restaurants, compare with a previous high of 8.2% in 2020 to $777.3 billion. And it's an average increase of 4.5% over the past 5 years. This next thing shocked me. When I read this today, this just blew me away. Did you know, until 1988, women needed a male relative to co-sign if they wanted to apply for a business loan? That same year, the Women's Business Ownership Act increased SBA's access to capital to provide financial assistance to organizations geared towards women-owned businesses. Today, there are over 13 million women-owned businesses and counting, as they celebrate women entrepreneurs. That just shocked me. And that had to be for government loan, because I'm sure you could have gotten some bank loans and stuff. But really, even in 1988, that's not that long ago, people. That's not that long ago in the whole scheme of things. That our backwards world took till then to be able to say women could have a loan on their own. Women could say, I'm a crazy woman and go into debt to open a business. It took till 1988 till you could do that on your own. Until then, you needed some dumb man to do it. Give me a break. I did not realize this when I talked about Spanx the other day and her $1.2 billion valuation. The owner, Sarah Blakely, the founder and owner, surprised all her employees with first-class plane tickets to anywhere in the world and $10,000 in spending money. So she gave all her employees $10,000 apiece plus first-class plane tickets to anywhere in the world. This is an interesting one. This goes to Kitties. I sent an email and people showed up. Hey, Julie Jengowitz, how are you? When surveyed, 43% of consumers said they would clip a coupon if it saved them at least 25%. Hey! So 43% of consumers said they would clip a coupon if it saved them at least 25%. Yeah, I did not know. Shoot, I got my first credit card when I was 12. I didn't lie about a thing, but I left lots of blanks on the application. I fully admit that I left stuff out, but I did not lie. Okay, and I got my first credit card and checking account at 12. So I just don't know all that. And that was before 1988 when I was 12. Okay. But, even then I was a dumb white guy. I fully admit there are biases inherent in our system, and it's wrong. I don't know how to fix it all, but I do know that if we talk about it, we can fix it. We can move the needle. We can move the needle if we talk about it. If we never talk about it, we're never going to move the needle. But if we talk about it and we acknowledge it and acknowledge that we don't have all the answers, but that things are wrong, we can have the conversation and we can move things forward on so many topics. We are broadcasting tonight, in case you didn't know, on both Facebook and YouTube. If you have any problems with Facebook, hop right on over to YouTube. Cassandra's got the link there for you in the show comments. But 25% gets them to do that. Cover that a different time. Fake vaccine cards are becoming bigger and bigger. Fake vaccine cards are bigger and bigger. You know, you heard about the recent NHL player who got a 21-game suspension for using one. 3 Vermont state troopers were forced to resign from their jobs because they were playing a role in manufacturing counterfeit vaccination cards. The anti-vax mama in New Jersey, who was arrested for selling hundreds of cards online for $200 a piece. You could type these easier. I mean, why would you sell them for why would you pay? I just don't get it. Get the shot. And customs agents in Tennessee and Alaska seized thousands of fake vaccination cards that have come from China. So there are lots of things to do. So, I mean, you know, as an employer, I know most of us are not, but the shot is free. Yes. And now there is a new ad campaign to get men to get vaccinated. Okay. And, you know, because the truth hasn't worked, because everything else hasn't worked, they're going to, they got the ladies' man himself, well, I guess this is a true stat. I did not know this. Okay, so they're playing fun at it, but men who develop COVID are 6 times more likely to develop erectile dysfunction and impotence. So they are pushing that get vaccinated if you want to have all your parts working. I just want you to be walking still. But there is a new commercial that is running that talks about this. There is a new commercial that is running that is poking fun at it. And they have all these ladies' men from movies and stuff talking about it. But I guess it is true that you are 6 times more likely to develop erectile dysfunction and impotence. And, you know, little known fact, I ran impotence clinics before Viagra. Probably a little known job fact about Neil that you never knew. But you know, that was something I did. We did the clinical trials for Viagra, and that put the clinics out of business. Yeah, I'm going off of that. Okay, so let me talk tonight. Tonight I got 2 topics for you, and then I got dinner. 2 topics, and then I got dinner. Okay, topic number 1. If you've been on Facebook at all today, you've seen me post on every resale board that there is a public service announcement about the employee retention credit. Okay, it is a long-winded post, but I am mad. I don't get mad. I'm pretty even keel. Okay, but I am mad at what is happening to businesses. Okay, businesses are getting the hardest hit. Businesses are getting the most taken advantage of, and I've had so many this week alone. Okay, who are like, okay, well, this seems reasonable. I'm going to get this money. I need this money. And they're going to take 10%. They're going to take a third. It's only going to cost me $12,000, but I'm going to get 20. So I'm ahead. This is a good deal. It's not a good deal. They are ripping you off. They are ripping you off. Okay, they are ripping you off. And so anybody, hey, Carrie, how are you? Great to have you here. Yeah, your accountant's nuts, Julie. I mean, your accountant's nuts. I have had so many this week alone. And it's that they are really, people are emailing and calling, and even people you've done business with in the past are doing this. Credit card companies are doing it. I can't even imagine all the people that are doing it, but they are ripping you off. And yes, it takes some talent to do this. Yes, it takes some knowledge. I'm not saying that they don't have some knowledge, okay, and how to do this, okay? It does. It's a little weedy, okay? There's a lot of, this is a detailed thing, okay? There are details in this, okay, that have to be met. But, you know, don't get taken advantage of for big money to get some money. You know, it's like, it reminds me of those lottery scams. You won the Nigerian lottery. Okay, all you have to do is send $5,000 and then they'll send you 5 million or something. I don't know. It's like that. It is like that. And so I know cash is getting tight for some people. I know winter is coming and people are nervous. I get it. I really, really, really do. That's why I've talked so much about it. And I'm going to talk more about it in the coming days about the ERC. And I'm going to talk about how to follow up on your ERC and find out where your money is in the process. I have worked my connections to get ways for you to do that. And I am going to help you with that. It's not impossible, and I walk through it. The videos, I've done videos that walk through it. We have all the examples up at narts.org/resalestrong. They're free for anybody. I don't care. I mean, there's probably accountants out there that are going to narts.org/resalestrong, okay, to figure out how to do this. There are probably accountants out there. There are people that are charging people buku dollars who are using the stuff that I have posted for free. Okay? And I did not post that so they can take advantage of you. I posted that so you can be a stronger business, so that you don't get taken advantage of. So if it sounds too good to be true, run. I mean, I had one today. This sounds like, I wish I could post the text. It was like, oh, this sounds like a really good deal. Don't you think? And I'm like, hell no. Hell, you could hear me scream through the text. I was just like, no. So don't do it. Don't do it. If, you get nowhere else, I have not been swept away by storms. I have actually been in this room all day long. All day long, I have been in this room. I have not been swept away. And I just saw Cassandra get home, so she made it home safely. So we are good and safe, Kelly. But that is my message to you on the ERC tonight, okay? Continue to listen. Continue to rewatch the videos I've done. If the only people that I've said okay to paying more than $250 a quarter, which is my ceiling that I've put out there, is if your accountant's in New York City, yeah. If your accountant's charging $400 or $500 a quarter and they're in New York City, that's a different ball game a little bit. But for 99% of this country, okay, $250 a quarter is a nice cap. Once you do one quarter, once an accountant or a bookkeeper or somebody does one quarter, it's pretty easy to do for that same business to just roll it out for the quarters you're eligible for, okay? And ultimately, when you sign this stuff, okay, they have you applying for things, some of these services that you're not even really eligible for. Like I know some people are eligible for 1 quarter or 2 quarters. Some people are eligible for 5 quarters. Some people are eligible for no quarters. But these charlatans, they're charlatans. They're charlatans. They are ripping you off. Don't get ripped off. Don't get ripped off. I want you to get the help you need. I'm here for you to help you. It is, and Julie, yours, by the ones I'm seeing now, your accountant is cheap. Okay. By what I am seeing now, your accountant is now on the cheap side. I mean, it is crazy, crazy what people are getting. And then you have some that don't understand it. I had one accountant today that told them, well, you're really just borrowing the money because you're going to owe taxes on it. Well, yes and no, but that's not true either. I mean, it's just there's so much misinformation, and I just don't want you to get ripped off. So stop. If it sounds too good to be true, stop. If you're unsure, send me it, and the offer that somebody is saying they will do it for you, and I will tell you whether you're getting ripped off or not. I have no problem telling people they're getting ripped off. I have no problem telling you you're not. No problem telling you you're not. Well, Kelly, I'm glad you got over on YouTube since Facebook wasn't playing nice with you, but I'm glad you're over there too. We talk. It's the same Neil. Same Neil. I'm here. 2 cameras. 1 smiling face. Okay. So that's my stump on that. Okay. And I know, yeah, we just got to help people get through this. I mean, this is just not, the pandemic is not over, and the effects on small business are not. And if you rip people off, I mean, that's just wrong. It's just wrong. My electrician and handy woman had the opportunity the first time I ever met her to rip me off, and I would have been happy about it. I used her as an example, somebody that could have ripped me off. And that's why I never asked for a price on anything anymore. She could have ripped me off on the first time she met me. It was during massive storms in this area, ice storms and everything, and trees were down, and we had no power, but I had a generator. I had gotten my hands on a generator, but had no wiring, and she came up my driveway, and she hooked it all up, and she chopped down the tree that was in her way. She's like, that's bothering me. And she got up there on a 12-foot ladder and chopped it down. I mean, just all sorts of things. And she could have totally ripped me off on that. And she charged me her regular rates. And I use that as an example of just good people. And that's why, I don't know, 12, 14 years later, she still does stuff for me. And I don't get a quote. I just write a check when she sends me a bill. But, more people are good out there. But right now, this is bringing out some bad people. Okay. So the other thing we had to talk about, we talked about last night, the PPP and PPP forgiveness. And I told you tonight we'd talk about what's different with the second draw PPP if you got a second draw PPP. Everything that I said last night is the same, except for that you check the second draw box instead of the first draw box. And the other thing that is different is if you got a second PPP, you have to submit documentation that your sales that during 1 quarter of 2020, okay, any 1 quarter of 2020, matching to any 1 quarter of 2019, that your sales were down at least 25%. You have to submit documentation. That does not have to be a P&L. So a lot of people think, I have to go to my accountant, okay, and pay for this P&L and get it by the quarter. No, a simple report out of your point of sale system, your consignment software will do. Any report that shows that will do. You can print that out of all the consignment store softwares. You can print just a quick, my color just went really weird on YouTube. That is funky. I got my funky going on YouTube. I'm all red. It is just a simple report you can run on your computer. You don't have to get financials. You don't have to send tax returns by quarter. You don't have to do anything else. You just have to run a simple report that shows that, and that shows the exact same period. It has to. You can't pick the second quarter of 2020 against the against the fourth quarter or something. You have to. It has to be quarter to quarter, second quarter to second quarter, third quarter to third quarter, fourth quarter to fourth quarter. But any quarter in 2020 qualifies, and you have to submit that with it. That is the only additional paperwork you have to submit. Otherwise, everything is exactly the same as what I covered last night about filing for your PPP forgiveness. You do not have to wait to get your PPP forgiven on your first PPP to apply for it on your second PPP. So that is the other side of it. You do not have to wait for that. Okay, you can do that. You can do one right after the other. I've been doing that with people. I've been stepping right through it. And we do the one, and then we sit down and we do the next one right after it, and get both of them submitted, so we can get both of them forgiven. There's no reason to wait at this point. Okay, but all the other things follow just like I did last night. So there you go. I don't know that they're gonna install a disco ball on my set, Kelly, but you never know. You never know. We can do disco ball yoga. I don't know. But that is my message tonight, people. PPP second draw. ERC, don't get hosed. Do not get hosed, people. If you think you might get hosed, but you're unsure, email me. I do respond. Oh, you know what else I respond to? This video and everything I talk about. This video and everything I respond to goes over to narcs.org/resalestrong by noon the next day. All the files, all the links, all the stuff about the ERC, including a direct link to the YouTube channel. You're not alone running this store, are there. Yes, they are. So you can share it with everybody you know in business. The butcher, the baker, the ice cream maker. We're going to help everybody make it to the other side. Yes, we are. We're going all the way, people, all the way. This is a nonstop train. I'm here every night at More 8th and Ish live in the Narcs private Facebook group and on Disco Saturday night. If you saw the YouTube one right now, it's funky. It is funky. But if you have a question in between, you just email me. Neil, N-E-I-L at ECIstores.com, N-E-I-L at ECIstores.com. We start this program every night with the Good Morning, Good Night book. That's how we roll every night. Tonight we're on page 54 if you're following along in the book. Good morning. Sometimes staying under the covers seems like the best option. I feel you, but come on, let's go. See what's out there. Our good night tonight is, and there's your comfy bed, right where you left it. You earned this good rest. Good night. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Neil Abramson. I do like a good party, a wedding, a bar mitzvah, a disco ball. On YouTube only tonight. You people on Facebook are missing out. We will party again. We will party in person. And when we do, I'm going to be there with you. But until then, and until tomorrow night at More 8th and Ish, know that you, but most importantly you, yes, you're not alone running this store. Have a great night, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. It's time for dinner.